beaver animal is crawling up under my trailer every night.
A mouse, and then a rat, and a cat, and then a beaver and a badger.
And now these mice have grown and now they're rats.
He also claims that management has stolen hamburger off of his counter.
Just to poke the rats underneath the dresser. I literally have a rat stick next to my bed. Just wanted to get on the Thunderdome.
This is the Thunderdome?
Banana Town indeed. His words, not mine. While the rest of Michigan is getting themselves ready for a big holiday, this guy's getting evicted by Mr. Weasel and running around his trailer poking his rats, beavers, badgers, mice, cats, unicorns with a stick. I guess he's worried they're going to gnaw off his knob while he sleeps. Enter Judge Simpson, who is very happy he doesn't have to hear from this turkey again until after Thanksgiving. I have his first 4 hearings on this case where Mr. Genowiak refuses to pay rent until the landlord does something about his beaver, badger, mouse, cat, unicorn problem. Let's roll, nerds.
Pleasant Lake Park versus Christopher Genowiak.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Morris, P83922, on behalf of plaintiff.
Christopher Genowiak.
Hey, hello, Judge. My video doesn't work.
Okay. All right. We've got some echo coming from whatever device you're on, but we'll make it through. It's just one of those days. Counsel, what is the plaintiff's claim?
Plaintiffs, this is a non-payment action with rent to retain of $730, including costs and fees.
$730?
Correct.
All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I intend on getting it paid, but this trailer I live in backs up to a lake. My trailer is like the closest trailer to the lake, and since I've been living here for about almost 3 months now, and this big badger or like beaver animal, it's crawling up under my trailer every night, like underneath my bed, and there's holes all around the skirting of my trailer, and they've already boarded up about 10 feet underneath the main stairs, and they boarded up 20 feet on the southern side, and then I'm asking him to board up another 10 feet on the western side, and he won't do it. And this animal is like, it's nesting and zooming around and biting underneath my bed, and I've been sending him text messages and stuff for like 2.5 months, and he's been lying. His maintenance man works here and lives here in the park, and the owner.
All right, sir, you're gonna have to file a written answer with the court. You're gonna need to do that by October 30th, 2025. You need to provide a copy of that written answer to plaintiff's counsel regarding what your claims are. All right. I'll reserve the issue of escrow for the next hearing. I'll set the next hearing for October 31st, 2025 at 12 noon. That is an in-person hearing, and you'll have to appear at the courthouse, okay?
Yes, Judge. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Bye-bye.
Your name, sir?
Christopher Genowiak.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm a little hurt today. Had to step out of the hall. I'm a recipient of SSDI at 100% since March of 2020. I just got some things I want to read. I don't know how the protocol is around here, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
Well, it doesn't start with that.
Just start with this?
No, it doesn't.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It does not start that way.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks for your time.
Judge, this is our second hearing on a non-payment of rent matter. Current rent to retain possession is $495 with fees of $75, costs of $110 for a total amount of $680. We have had some discussions, but no payments have been made, and parties were unsuccessful in finding settlement. I should note, Your Honor, that it appears an answer was filed with the court, but I did not receive a copy.
We'll get your copy.
Thank you.
All right, sir, what did you want to tell me?
Okay. So they're not doing maintenance to force the default. I've spoken with an attorney, like one of those free attorneys that you call them, a number they give you on the form. I called one of them. They're like, yeah, you have like a brilliant retaliatory defense. I guess he's trying to do default and to quit. I guess I got the notice.
Do what?
I guess I'll just read what I have. I'll read what I have.
Well, let's not.
I don't want to jump the gun here, but I did. This kind of makes more sense. So they're not doing maintenance to force the default. They did not board up holes, but they set traps and they put poison outside the unit. Like when they should have just boarded up the holes. This creature, it's like a rodent. It's like nesting underneath my bedroom, like my bedroom floor. The skirting was never fully pulled back when he promised me that. We both saw this creature, and he set traps that were too small. Like, and then he put poison outside the unit. He never pulled the skirting back to put poison on its nest. There are multiple entries around this unit. Let me continue. I'm really sorry for wasting your time. We really shouldn't be here.
Ma'am,
So the skirting.
sir, you're not wasting my time. I'm getting paid.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm unemployed. I lost my job like a few weeks.
Okay, go ahead with your. Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead with your reading, please.
So the traps are too small, and Mr. Weasel, that's the name. That's the person trying to evict me right now. It's Mr. Weasel. Mr. Weasel and I both saw this rodent or creature, not at the same time, but it entered out of the lake. My rental unit is up against a small wooded line about 15 to 20 yards, and then there's a massive lake. So we've both seen this creature. It is fat. It is large. It's like a gopher. It's like a beaver rodent creature. So there's 10 points. There's 10 points. Almost nothing. So the traps were too small. He put, and we both saw it. We both know it's big. So I was trying to do walkarounds, and Mr. Weasel usually just sends his maintenance dude just to do the maintenance. And this maintenance gentleman is a kind man. He also lives in the park. And this gentleman also works for Mr. Weasel at the landscaping company. And let me point, for Mr. Weasel to send out this maintenance dude, he has to pay him double time. So he's a maintenance. This man is an employee twice for Mr. Weasel. So we did schedule one walk around, but I was late returning from cleaning up a church festival. I spent 9 hours at a church festival on Monday morning. I was cleaning. We had.
So if they get rid of this
and I wanted to
animal, then
yes, sir.
We're all good.
We're all good. And let me just I have a couple more points. I know this is really going into banana town.
Do you know anything about the animal?
I did set up a trail cam. Okay,
sir.
But I don't want to use that. I just need to finish my points. So he never contacted me. He was on the property twice doing maintenance that wasn't completed, and he never contacted me when I was in the house.
Sir, I'm going to stop you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to
stop you. That means stop talking.
Yes, Judge. Sorry.
Counsel, do you know anything about this animal?
We know of the idea of the animal.
Okay, I have no idea what that means.
We've heard of the issue, but my client has not set eyes on any animal. The animal at one time maybe was a mouse, and then a rat, and a cat, and then a beaver and a badger. And so my client knows nothing about any real animal. Traps were set. The skirt was tightened on the manufactured home. He has been out, or his management has been out on multiple occasions and has responded to all legitimate requests. The defendant.
You need to turn around and face the front and not wander.
I understand the defendant set up trail cams. We've received no footage. We've received no recording. We've received no audio file, no video. The defendant claimed over the phone that there's hours of critter noise every night. There are neighbors to the defendant.
So, let me just stop you for a moment. Might it behoove your client to just
board up the holes that are super obvious? I'm sorry.
I don't know at what point I said I needed help with my sentence.
I know. I'm sorry.
Then you need to sit down and be quiet. Be quiet then, if you can't sit.
Yes, Judge. Yes. We're cool. Yeah, stand still. I know. I just gotta keep moving. I gotta keep moving. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Might it behoove your client to just hire a company to come out and look and make a determination based upon evidence that they see as to whether or not this creature exists or not? Because quite frankly, if there's a company that goes out and they tell me, yes, there's an animal, then they can tell you how to eradicate it. If they say there's not an animal, we're going to be at a point that there's not an animal. And apparently not one that grows from a mouse to a beaver in no time at all. I've never heard of one in Michigan, but we'll see. All right. So how long, do you think your client would be interested in doing that, counsel?
Yes, Judge. I think my client would be happy to get an extermination company to come and write a report.
Just, yeah. How long do you think it would take him to do that? Because I can put this over to the 7th and 14th. What would you? And I'm going to order escrow. So.
Thank you, Judge. I think the 14th would be
a better thing.
Better.
What does that mean? What does the order escrow?
So I'll explain that in a moment. I'm going to adjourn this to November 14th, 2025 at
2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. That will be an in-person hearing. How much is monthly rent?
Monthly rent is $1,250, Your Honor.
But a portion of it is paid.
Correct.
What's his portion? Do you have Section 8 or something like that, sir?
Just SSDI.
So you pay your full rent?
Yeah, I got a job. I'm not employed now because of the noises underneath my bed every night for 3.5 months. Like I can't sleep. I can't
okay.
Sleep.
Your monthly rent is how much?
$1,250, Judge.
$1,250. All right. I'm going to order escrow in the amount of $1,250. That is to be paid within 7 days of the date that it's ordinarily due. You have to, and what I mean by escrow, sir, is you need to bring escrow to the court as funds, pay them to the court until this is resolved. When you bring it to the court to pay, the $1,200 must be in cash. We do not take checks or other forms of money. Understood?
Not understood. I have additional comments that I'm not sure if he just wants to like evict me in the future again. But the bathroom floor is sinking by like 1.5 inches. Like there's like a hole in the bathroom floor sinking. There's like, I've already made this maintenance request. And actually, so there's an animal. I found this out about 2 nights ago because I had missing food. There's an animal entering my living room through the vent. This is a trailer from the 80s. So like this past week, I've had like, and I know exactly which vent it is. I've complained about that. So like there's now an animal entering my vent that I found out 2 days ago, and it's been eating my leftover food. It's going into my living room. This is a super old trailer, like massive. There's holes all around. He's already boarded up 10 feet on the main stairs. He's boarded up 20 feet on the south side, and I'm asking for like 8 to more 10 feet.
What is your next point?
So my next point is this trailer. I want to. So here's my official request, Judge. I want a state inspector. I want something from the state.
Then if you want a state inspector, you can call them and have it inspected.
Yeah, okay, so super. And then I'll find out about this private inspector in the future. Is that what I should be expecting? Because I want a state inspector. I'm
not going to tell you to expect anything.
Okay,
you say you want it inspected.
I want an inspector. I want a state
whether or not somebody's going to inspect it. What's the next point?
My next point is a bathroom floor sinking. I think this unit should be condemned. It should be pulled off the property.
We all have our thoughts and our process. I don't know.
I'm going through that process right now. I'm just green thumb. So, but this unit needs.
Is there another point?
That was Judge. I appreciate your time.
Is that it?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Check the bathroom floor, please, counsel.
Yes, sir.
Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for your service.
Chris, we'll be in touch about give you some notice before we go.
Yo, hey, come here. You walk out of here with respect. Whether you like me or not, I don't care. You will not treat this courtroom that way. Am I understood?
Yes, Judge.
Now you may leave, and you will leave in an orderly fashion. Go.
Yes, Judge. I'm.
Was that the end of that block? Thank God. All right, court can stand in recess. We'll be back unless somebody wants to go right now. Yep, didn't have any volunteers. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Afternoon, Judge. David Morris on behalf of Pleasant Lake Park, LLC.
Your name, sir?
Christopher Genowiak.
Genowiak. Okay.
W is a V.
Got it.
Sponge.
All right.
I apologize the way I exited last encounter. I just a little bit of pain. It's my first time in court. I wasn't just wanted to get out of the Thunderdome. So, Mr. Allen, good to see you again, Mr. Allen.
This is the Thunderdome?
I consider
We're
sweating as a Thunderdome.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because
98% of the places I encounter.
I was gonna you could put something outside. The Thunderdome. All right. Okay, where are we on this case?
This is our third hearing on this case. Last hearing, the second hearing, court directed the plaintiff to engage a critter control business to do an inspection of the
Correct.
and directed that the defendant put November rent into escrow. Because of the timing, I drafted and have a signed unsworn declaration of the inspector that can produce to the court.
Okay. Yes.
Have
you seen it, sir?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I know.
Okay.
I know what it may say, but
Well, go ahead and look at it.
I'd rather hear your evaluation. But I'll read it. But this is quite a lot. I don't want to waste the court's time.
Well, not right.
It's a lot of points.
I'm getting paid, so you're not wasting my time.
I may need to adjourn to call my attorney. That's free, and that's been referred to me for free by the state of Michigan. I may need to refer this. I may need to adjourn. This is a lot. But I have prepared my statement.
Well, right.
Which is brief and short.
Well, but hold on a second, sir. So I'm looking at this, and there were certain specific things that you complained about that were happening as a result of an infestation of some type. This is basically indicating that there is not or no evidence of an infestation.
So that's completely contradictory to the reality. You need to relive it. So I was interested to see I wanted to see what Mr. Weasel's inspector said, and to make this very clear, I think this is the most important part. Mr. Weasel, inspector, is my next door neighbor. He never provided a valid card. His company is not licensed or insured, and he hasn't proven that. He's my next door neighbor, and I believe there's a conflict of interest. Mr. Weasel owns a trailer park that the inspector. There's a major conflict of interest. This is the burglar investigating himself, essentially. And I'm satisfied with whatever you decide, of course. But there's rat poop in my living room, and Mr. Weasel. And
okay. Hold on, sir.
Okay. There's a lot of.
So why? I guess part of it, my question is, why didn't you put the money into escrow?
I just forgot. I'm looking for a job because I'm unemployed. I have the money. I can prove to you with bank statements that the money's there. I have over $3,000, almost $4,000 maybe. But the money's secure. It's there. I'll have it.
Well, but hang on. It's got to be placed in court escrow.
Okay.
Right. And
first rodeo.
But I was kind of clear with you that you had to place that within 7 days of the last hearing, so it should have been in at the beginning of November. By November 7th.
That could be an escrow within by the end of the day. I was really just focusing on employment because I haven't been sleeping because there's a lot of rats and mouse. I spoke to Mr. Weasel this morning, and we both confirmed that we're going to do more inspections and maintenance. And that he confirmed to me that the baseboards in my kitchen are like flappy, and we didn't look for that because there was many holes around the skirting of the trailer. So that has been about almost completed. The skirting around my trailers.
Are you planning on hiring an expert to?
I wasn't prepared for this denial of reality. So now I'm forced to call Terminex. That's like a licensed and insured inspector, not a licensed. the gentleman that did this inspection,
I heard you.
okay. The gentleman that did this inspection, like literally lives 2 houses down, and he doesn't own a car. His car used to say critter control on it, but it's gone. When I asked him where his car was, he said it's in the shop. The gentleman is very kind. We were all three of Mr. Weasel.
Oh, okay. All right.
We all witnessed poop in the house, and the poop is still there. There's still poop in my house. There's still holes in my kitchen and multiple places. The evidence is coming out of my ears. But I was not prepared for this denial of reality. I was expecting a deal, so we could all go back to living in peace and harmony. I was not expecting this to go on.
Well, have you called?
I'll call
Counter-
this now.
No, hold on. Have you called? If you were expecting a deal, have you called the attorney's office to see about working something out?
I spoke to Mr. Weasel about making a deal multiple times in person and on the phone. And he just says he doesn't want to talk about it. But that was a few days ago. But when I talked to him this morning and complained about continuous rat poop and that the baseboards are now there is super evidence. There is chewing, and they're chewing on the rug in my second bedroom, and the carpeting. There's like carpeting all over my house.
Sir,
Yes,
I heard you the first time that you were here. I'm hearing you now. I understand that what you are saying is going on. That is why I asked plaintiff to get somebody in there to look at it, to provide something to the court with regard to basically do an inspection to see if there's anything there.
Yes, Judge. There was an inspection done by Stephen Stamper, and frankly, to the allegation that there's some conflict of interest, I'm personally not aware of his living where he lives, but this statement submitted under the penalty of perjury by a person who is qualified to do animal control, frankly, our court system would come to a halt if we just said that someone knows someone who did something and they made a sworn statement, that this is a legitimate sworn statement. He will testify to the truth of these matters. He did an inspection of the outside and inside of the premises. There was no signs that and I spoke to him regarding this, he found no signs of ongoing animal activity. The primary purpose for this inspection was to look for something like a beaver or a bob under the premises. That he found one several-month-old animal dropping that he believes to be from a cat. He had done prior trapping events, and really nothing. There was no ongoing animal activity under the premises. He found the condition inside the premises, which he believes to be a product of the tenant's living condition, is conducive to mice and rodent presence. He didn't find any specific evidence of current mice or small rodents, but he wouldn't be surprised if there are mice or small rodents that would be attracted. And it's the landlord's position that attractive nuisance can be mitigated by the defendant, and any further work or trapping needs to be done in conjunction with cleaning the interior of the premises. So frankly, it's a large number of properties have mice and other rodents, and it's not surprising that he may see signs of a mice.
Michigan in the winter, and there are mice indoors. What a concept.
So point number 17 is clearly perjury. I did not see any signs of ongoing animal activity inside the premises, period. That is completely false. And all three of us were there, and we witnessed poop in my northeast corner, and there's also poop underneath my stove, and we need to reevaluate the baseboards, and that will wash away
All right, sir.
this delusion here.
Sir, how long is it going to take you to get Terminex out there, or whoever you're going to get out there to give you your own?
So they said they would do on the website. It's like the next day for a free inspection, and then so I guess there's a free inspection the next day. But if there's going to be any kind of action, that's going to cost a whole lot of money. There's rents. The things are in the vents. The baseboards right now, ground zero is the baseboards. That's all I'm complaining about. But specifically, number 17 is he's liable for perjury in that, and I may pursue him To go for specific 17.
You have at it. Okay.
Specific 17.
Okay.
That's all. That's my first thing I look at. So,
You have at it.
Can I make one comment, Your Honor?
Sure.
Thank you. That Mr. Stamper took a what he called an endoscope, which I believe to be a camera attached to a small tube,
Yes.
and went in the heater vent because that was complained of. There was no findings in the heater vent. He
I
went.
never complained about the heater vent.
There was also a purported hole in a cabinet under a sink that was inspected. So this moving target is
I hear you, counsel. Because the last time we were here, weren't really even dealing with, at least I didn't think, small rodents. We were talking about large
I made a point on that.
animals.
I made a point specifically because I knew you were going to comment on that. So we have done the deduction process. The skirting is complete, almost, I think, complete. Outside my house, there's 2 mouse boxes, and then he also bought me vent covers because there was holes in the vents. That's been completed. So we covered, and then after we done the deduction process, and now I'm like, where is all the chewing and noising?
Okay.
The baseboards. The baseboards is ground zero. That's
All right. We're all in the baseboards.
baseboards.
But that's what you're saying.
Baseboards. Sorry. I'm just sorry, Judge.
So, plaintiff got their inspection. I am looking at that. That does not show any signs of anything that you complained of the first time. You are going to, although it seems it's a different thing now, irrespective of that, you are now going to get your own inspection. So my question is, how long is that going to take you to do? Because at some point, I'm getting this thing. We're going to try this thing.
Right.
And I'm not going to listen to it every week without
Yes, Judge. So
the render a decision.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, Judge. I'm gonna go on the internet. I'm gonna contact Terminex. I'm gonna do the free inspection like as soon as I get home. And I mean, they may arrive today or tomorrow. I mean, probably tomorrow.
All right, great. If they arrive tomorrow, then I can put this off 1 week.
Yeah.
Got plaintiff's inspection, which doesn't show anything indicating what you were saying before, but now, admittedly, as plaintiff has said, the target has changed, but now you get your inspection, and then we'll see exactly where we are.
The skirting, I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's okay.
I don't want to be here forever, but I mean, my trailer is the closest to the wood line, and there's a lake. This is all.
I know. You told me. Close to a wood line, there's a lake. That's where I think the big beaver thing came from before. Yeah, I know. I heard you. People don't think I'm listening. I hear everything. Even though I don't want to sometimes. I hear everything. So I'm going to adjourn this to November 21st, 2025. What time? 3 p.m. And the defendant, you're to do 2 things. I want that escrow paid, and you're to bring your inspection report.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Welcome.
Judge.
Thank you, Counsel. It was much better than last time. That was okay.
Good to see you, Judge. Happy to see you, Mr. Allen. I have documents to submit.
What? Oh, geez.
David Morris on behalf of Plaintiff Pleasant Lake Park, LLC.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Christopher Genowiak.
Okay. And what documents are you trying to submit to the court?
A counterclaim.
Have you?
Judge.
So this is our 4th hearing. Last hearing, plaintiff presented an inspection, an unsworn statement by an inspector, and Mr. Genowiak asked for 1 week to get his own inspection done. I understand that he has done that. He provided me a copy of an inspection report today, just before the hearing. And I understand from the Register of Actions that he filed a motion to set aside default, which maybe is the counterclaim. I'm not sure.
I don't understand how I submitted the money. I don't know if I did that. I don't understand how I submitted money. I don't think I did that correctly.
How you what?
The money that you ordered to put in escrow was
Yes.
like a holding. Like, you may give me all the money back, hypothetically. I don't think I submitted the money correctly because I don't want to I put $12.30 in escrow because there's a $20 fee.
Why are they putting this over? Oh, I see. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think I did that.
No, the money, the escrow's there. We had a clerk that I don't know why they did this. What they did, counsel, is apparently the only way that they ever saw escrow come in without an understanding that I ordered escrow was on a motion to set aside.
I see.
And so they had to fill out that form, which really means nothing because there is no judgment had they looked.
Yeah, I'm ignorant of my actions. I don't know.
No, it truly, sir, there may be other things that are your fault. This one's not. So, well, okay. You can hand it to me when I want you to hand it to me. You really do not have to bow. Okay. Have you seen the counter complaint?
No, I'm not aware of a filed counter complaint. And for the record, I haven't seen a copy of an answer, haven't seen any writings by the defendant.
Okay, so let me just back up a second. What did your report reveal?
It revealed conspiracy and perjury by the landlord, Mr. Weasel, and
Oh my gosh.
investigators.
No. You had an inspection.
Yes.
Or
The inspection determined that there was a complete infestation
of what?
of rats. A complete infestation. There's rodents everywhere. Throughout the home in areas like the rotary room and wide open, and you shouldn't see. It's usually a sign of an infestation. The loose material underneath the dresser behind the stove is from the rats trying to create a nest. The loose material behind the stove is from the stove's insulation. And be very.
Who's this from?
It could be a fire hazard. This is from a company called Proof that has over 100 years. And I have colored photos and I have some jump. License it.
Okay. Just let me.
Would you like a copy?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I gave the kind lawyer a copy of this. Sorry. I don't know if that's that you give him what I gave you.
Yes.
Okay. So we have. That is what I have. So the most sort of technician comments. There are more pictures I did not.
Okay. Were these pictures a part of his report?
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I haven't slept a single night since August. I called the police twice because I thought there's people outside my house, but it's really just a rat infestation. I've tried to get resolved and they wouldn't do walkarounds. So since August, I haven't had one.
Police on the rats?
This is the rats. Yes, there was more creatures. The whole house was just. There was holes in the skirting and there's holes in it underneath the cabinets are connected to the wall. It's a complete rat hotel. I couldn't every night they chew my property. This is the complete opposite of what this client said. His inspector is my next door neighbor. There's a conflict of interest in here. There's conspiracy, perjury. I might take this to trial to get them on record. So I can later sue them.
Okay. All right.
Get them on record.
Okay. All right.
You might. You're judge.
Well, we welcome any trial if you would like to file an answer and a counter complaint. Your Honor, frankly, this is the first that plaintiff is hearing of rats. And this whole case it's on non-payment. For weeks or maybe months, the defendant has been complaining of a beaver or a badger under his premises. My client has been taking steps like trapping, poison, inspection under the premises, outside of the premises. We file a non-payment complaint, and the defendant still did not raise this issue. First hearing, second hearing.
Trust me, counsel, I remember everything
Thank you, Judge.
on this, and I just. What's in your counterclaim?
My counterclaim, Judge, has a photo evidence of a complete rat infestation, the complete opposite of what.
Okay, but is that the counterclaim?
I mean, this is enough for his client to be convicted of perjury and conspiracy.
I don't know what that means. I'm just asking, is that your counterclaim?
Yes, Judge.
Can I see that? And counsel, I'll let you take a look. I just am trying to. Oh. Oh, I got one. See. It's the report.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this just proves everything that he's been saying the whole time. Because this is a licensed and insured rodent pest control with over 100 years of experience. And his rodent and pest control man lives on the same property that Mr. Weasel owns, which is a conflict of interest. And he's not licensed or insured. The inspector doesn't even own his own vehicle. He lives with his kind elderly father. And he used this.
Sir, do you understand that
I don't understand.
is not, it's clear that is not a counter-complaint.
Should I put it in writing?
Well, that's usually where it starts.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know there's an order of operations and proper, ways of operating here. I thought this was sufficient for the court, that this is a professional who's licensed and insured with multiple lines contradicting the plaintiff's claims. And I want to make a deal. I want to leave. I feel like I'm being attacked.
You want to go?
My deal is, my proposed deal is not a serious one. I do want to go, but
I don't know what that means.
yeah,
What
I
do you
mean,
mean?
I would like to hear a deal. I could propose a deal, but I mean, I really want to stay here and get this rat out of my bedroom. It's literally in my bedroom. It's literally I have a stick just to poke the rats underneath the dresser. I literally have a rat stick next to my bed. For the record, I literally have a rat stick next to my bed for 5 months. So I can put this in writing. And I'm sorry to waste court time. I've been trying to make a deal, but I tried to do a walk around and I tried to do a proper investigation months ago, but
Okay, sir,
yes,
there are certain ways that you would have to do an answer and a counter complaint. Okay? And you need paragraph by paragraph laying out your allegations as against the plaintiff, as well as answering the plaintiff's claims in this case. You follow me?
no, I don't understand. I thought I did that when I first did the paperwork for the contract. Like, it says like, how do you respond to the claims? And I was just like, yeah, I disagree with everything but like the money portion. So, I just thought this was like pretty cut and simple. Like, if there's a fly in your steak, you're not going to charge me potatoes.
But sir, you started out with like a beaver or some large like badger type animal under there. Then when you came back the last time, we weren't talking rats. You were talking about mice and the baseboards being ground zero and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I get here today and now these mice have grown and now they're rats.
Oh yeah. The problem's gotten way worse. I agree with you. The problem's way worse now.
You're not really saying the mice grew into rats.
I'm saying that the rats have been there the whole time and that we haven't done a proper inspection. We haven't done it proper since the get.
All right,
Sir, Judge.
sir, go ahead.
It's plaintiff's position that to the extent this is a defense about habitability, that this is the tenant's willful and that the tenant has caused these through irresponsible conduct and or lack of conduct. To the extent he has a rat stick or anything else, this is the first plaintiff is hearing of it. This should have been
a rat stick.
this is the that any to the extent the landlord should have trapped, should have baited, should have taken any steps, we needed to have been made aware. We were not made aware. It's clear to me that defendant has taken no steps, no meaningful steps to resolve the issue. His living conditions invite the issue, and that we can't be in a position, the landlord cannot be in a position to check in on the defendant to ensure that his quality of life is where maybe it should be. I submit to the court that there is no tribal issue here. To the extent the court disagrees or believes that there should be another chance to file something in writing, I think this needs to go to a trial, a short trial.
I want a bench judgment.
I'm sorry?
I want a bench trial. Judge.
Well, that's all you're entitled to at this point because I don't have a jury fee. So,
Correct.
So,
one other point for the record, Your Honor, is that management understands that. So there have been attempts to go out for the beaver or badger, and there have been attempts to assist with skirting and other various issues raised over the months. Management has been responsive, but understands that there was at some point, defendant in the last month or so made a comment to a neighbor saying that he would shoot management if they came and knocked on his door. He also claims that management has stolen hamburger off of his counter. So we're not sure if these allegations or threats are real, and we have to assume that they are. And this is part of management's concern, is that, frankly, that the situation has broken down, and I think a trial would show that there were no attempts to bring management in on the rat, the mouse, or other issues other than the badger or beaver. And those have been proven or shown through the unsworn statement to be flatly false. Mr. Genowiak's inspector clearly did not see any signs of a badger or beaver either.
hey, so how long is it going to take for you to put your complaints in writing to the court?
I don't understand what I should put,
Well, you're going to need to understand.
because I thought this was, so I know I'm not asking for legal advice.
Good,
But
I don't give it to you.
Right. So, and I this is quite the maze. And that's my ignorance. So I could put something in writing within 7 days, once I understand what to put, that's going to be acceptable to the court.
All right, you're going to need to get to figure it out in the next 2 days. Your defendant to file a written answer.
A written answer to what? A written answer
To the complaint.
to the complaint, and the complaint is what, Judge? I don't know. I don't understand what the complaint is.
All right. You got served with a complaint. That's what brought you here. You need to file an answer to that complaint. And if you got a complaint against the landlord, you need to file what's called a counter complaint, or your complaint against him. That you keep trying to hand me is not a complaint. It is not a counter complaint. It is nothing for the court at this point.
I don't understand. So I will submit what so
You're to file a written answer and or counter complaint.
to the,
You're to do that by December 3rd.
Yes, Judge.
Filing of that will only be complete once you file it with the court and you serve counsel with a copy,
I don't understand how to serve counsel.
usually by email.
I don't have proper access to email all the time. That's why there's like lack.
Okay, get a stamp, put it in an envelope and send it to him.
It's got to get it twice a year, basically. Judge.
No, you gotta, when you file it with the court, you have to serve them a copy because you have to acknowledge that you've given them a copy of what you're filing with the court. Then, so you're to do that by December 3rd. I'll give you time to look at that. I'm going to go right to final settlement conference on it. And so I'm going to set a final settlement conference on this case, which is the step before we go to trial. I set that for December 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. That is in person, and all parties must be present. Now, I'm going to let you know, I want you to understand this, sir. I have a lot of latitude if you don't follow the court's direction. So if you don't file an answer or a counter complaint, but if you don't submit something in writing in its proper form, I'm going to grant them possession. I'm going to grant them a judgment. I'm just going to let you know that.
I will submit a written response. So,
Is there anything else?
no, Judge.
I have great trepidation to ask.
What trepidation?
Never mind.
Could you define that?
Never mind. No,
I don't
I
understand what trepidation.
I'm saying I didn't really want to ask you if there's anything else because I didn't want to hear anything else. All right? Just to be blunt about that. But as a matter of courtesy, I have to make sure that everybody's been heard.
Yes, Judge.
Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Sweet. Thank you. Everybody have a good holiday. Is this your only copy, counsel?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'll. Court's gonna stand in recess. I'll be right back, I swear.
All rise.